Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome to Champions League Spotlight. I'm your host, and we're about to dive into a fascinating story that's got everyone talking in the world of football. For decades, European football has been dominated by clubs from within the continent. But there have been growing suggestions that the Champions League final could be moved outside of Europe, with the United States and Saudi Arabia being mentioned as potential hosts. That is, until EU Sport Commissioner Glenn Micallef spoke out against such plans. According to Micallef, European competitions should always be played in Europe. He emphasizes that it's not just about a flag or a country, but about the fans who make these clubs successful. The commissioner believes that if a club makes it to the final of a trophy, they deserve to play in front of their own people, not some other continent. But Micallef isn't just stopping at the Champions League. He's also speaking out against Russian athletes competing in international competitions amid the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. The EU Sport Commissioner believes that sports should send messages of peace and human rights, and that countries responsible for wars of aggression shouldn't be allowed to participate. Now, let's look at the issue of dynamic ticket pricing. This system would see the cost of tickets surge in response to high demand, but Micallef isn't a fan. He believes it could make football less accessible for fans, particularly those who can't afford to pay higher prices. In fact, there's already been controversy over FIFA's plans to introduce dynamic pricing for the 2026 World Cup in the US, Canada, and Mexico. And now, an association of non-elite professional clubs in Europe is fighting for a greater share of solidarity revenue from UEFA's coffers. The European sports model is all about open competitions, pyramidal structures featuring promotion and relegation, independence for governing bodies, and financial solidarity from top to bottom. But Micallef believes that there should be a transparent discussion on how this model can be strengthened further. As we head into the next year's Men's World Cup, which will partly be hosted in the United States, it's clear that football is going to throw up even more politically convulsive issues. Will the U.S. host continue to face opposition from fans and human rights groups? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, Champions League Spotlight will be keeping a close eye on this story as it unfolds. That's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching Champions League Spotlight. We'll catch you next time with more news and analysis from the world of football.